Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Penn Foster Live. We have a super exciting episode for you guys here today. We have an amazing guest that we'll introduce in a bit, but super excited for the session. We have an awesome agenda. So I'll pass it off to Jess to do some quick reminders and run through what we're going to talk about today.
Yes, we are super excited to have our graduate of the year winner, Monet Carter, here with us. So she is going to be chatting with us about all things graduation and Penn Foster. But if you have any questions about Penn Foster and you have questions about your account, if you're a current learner, you can get help through your learner center. And if you're not a Penn Foster student and you're feeling inspired and want to speak to somebody here at Penn Foster, you can give us a call at admissions, and that phone number is 1-888-427-6500. And one other reminder is that we want to keep this conversation open, so please chat with us in the comments while you're watching. But make sure you don't put any public information like your address, phone number, or student account ID or anything in the comments because they are very public. But that being said, we are super excited to introduce Monet. So I'm going to pass it back to Jenny to do a little intro, and then we will pass it over to Monet.
Yeah, so today's episode is extra special. We're highlighting somebody truly inspiring, our 2025 Graduate of the Year winner, Monet Carter. As many of you know, the Graduate of the Year contest is something we take very seriously here at Penn Foster. We receive hundreds of submissions from learners across the country, and a lot of them are honestly super amazing and great. We see the amount of effort that you guys put into your submissions. We've had quite a few students animate their videos. A lot of students tell their stories about their life and how they got to Penn Foster, and a lot of it really resonated with us here at Penn Foster. And it was honestly so hard. And when I say so hard, it was unbelievably hard to choose finalists and even a winner. And really just every story touched our hearts and reminded us why what we do at Penn Foster. And this year's winner is obviously Monet. And Monet, thank you so much for joining today. We are so excited to get to know more about you and just talk about graduation and how you're excited for it. For those of you who haven't seen Monet's video, her determination, passion, and journey really resonated with us here at Penn Foster. She represents the very best of what it means to be a Penn Foster learner. The passion, the dedication, the drive, basically everything encompassing. Monet, you're amazing. Welcome. Could you give us a brief introduction and anything you want to tell us?
Okay. Hi again. I'm Monet. I've been in the public education for since 11th grade before I switched to strictly getting my GED. Before that, then I got to Penn Foster, which was my kind of final nail in the coffin for my high school diploma.
Yeah, we're so glad that you made it to us to finish your high school education and to get that diploma. How does it feel to be named graduate of the year?
Um, it's honestly shocking for me because I've never had an opportunity like this before to definitely share my struggles, and because I know it's hard for a lot of other people to do so. So I definitely feel like this is a perfect opportunity for me to help others also kind of share their struggles as well and kind of relate in a way.
Absolutely.
Well, hey, that's amazing. I'm sure you're excited to tell more of your story at graduation. I know at Penn Foster, a lot of the learners are by themselves when they're doing their programs, so going in person at graduation might be very nerve-wracking. I wanted to ask you, are you excited to walk the stage this year? Have you connected with anybody remotely or made any plans to meet your quote unquote digital friends or anything like that? Like, tell us more about how you're feeling. I know it's a lot to take in right now.
Um, well, I'm really excited for graduation. I can't wait. I'm like practically dreaming about it every night of me walking on that stage to give my big speech because I worked really hard on it. And I just I have family that are coming for the graduation, and I know they're really proud of me and excited to see me walk on stage for to accept my diploma and give my big speech. They haven't seen the speech, by the way, so it's gonna be a surprise for them too. So I don't know. I'm just really excited. I can't wait to definitely meet anybody else who's willing to. If you see me, have a chat and we can talk and you know.
I love that. Well, I was at graduation last year for the first time, and so many graduates who had like never met each other before that day, just the connections that you can make with people who took the same journey as you is so inspiring, and the energy is just so good. It's so good. I can't wait for both of you to get to experience it because I got to experience it for the first time last year. This will be Jenny's first year coming to our graduation as well. So it's definitely exciting, and I'm not even graduating, and I'm so excited. So
I am honestly super excited to go to graduation. It'll be my first one, like Jess mentioned. We actually have a Penn Foster alumni group. So if you're a soon to be grad or alumni, make sure to join the group and we'll drop it in the comments below. Within that group, actually, we've had a lot of comments from learners who say that they're from Arizona or Maine or even Boston, hoping to see who else is going. So there's a little chitter chatter there as to meeting up and making friends. So it's really nice to see a lot of you out there connect with one another. And like Monet says, if you guys see her, make sure to stop by and say hello. If you see Jess and I, make sure to say hi as well. Everyone there is super excited to graduate. A lot of you guys might be nervous, but don't be because everybody there has the same experience as you guys. You guys have all worked very hard to get to where you are. Share how you're going to decorate your cap and gown. Yeah, don't feel too nervous. But Monet, I'm so excited to hear you speak at graduation. I'm gonna be standing there watching you speak, so I'm super excited to see what you're gonna share with the rest of the audience. So, but talking more about Penn Foster, um, I'm curious what made you choose Penn Foster for your education? What led you to Penn Foster, and why? What drew you to it, basically?
Well, I've definitely struggled a lot in school. I do have a bit of a learning disability, which is why I had a IEP when I was in school. But unfortunately, the school that I was currently at they didn't support me as well as I needed to be. So I switched to going to get my GED, but the the learning by myself, it was hard because you had to study out of this big book and you had to take these little practice tests that you also had to pay for, and it was very overwhelming before I found Penn Foster, which I was a little skeptical about at first. And I definitely, my when I started my assignments, I definitely got a little overwhelmed. I was very nervous on like the self-pacedness of it because I doubted that I could actually finish any of it because I just saw the list of courses and I was just like, there's no way I could do that. But I decided that I was like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. I might as well. I'm already in. So I kept going and kept focusing on my assignments one day at a time. And before I knew it, I was on my last assignment in my last course. And As soon as I saw the message pop up on the screen being like, congratulations, I was like, yes, I did it. It's over.
I love how you said taking it one day at a time because Penn Foster is so self-paced. When learners start, it can feel overwhelming. So I really like how you talked taking things one step at a time and then you just finished one day and now you're going to be walking the stage in August. I think that's huge. And a really good reminder to all those learners out there who are still progressing within their program. So I think that's a good tip to give out there. One day at a time. I think that's a great one.
So, Monet, you finished your journey. It was super fulfilling to see that you did it. Final congratulations to pop up. Um, we have a lot of learners who are probably watching this right now who are still in the middle of their journey. If you could give them one piece of advice, what would that be?
I would say don't let your doubt get in the way of your education, because I definitely had a lot of doubt going into Penn Foster. Um, I was very unsure of how it would go, if I would even be able to complete my assignments on time or finish at all. And it just felt so overwhelming that like I had like a really rough like mental breakdown one night, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is it. I don't think I can do it. But the next day I was like, I kind of had like a small realization that I could at least give it a shot. I could at least try. Like I don't want it to just end here. I really do want my high school diploma. So I like slowly scheduled like myself to do my assignments. So like for the first day, I do it for an hour. The next day, I do it for 2 hours. The next day, 3 hours, four. I stick to 4 hours a day, keep going, doing my assignments. If I felt like it was starting to get a little too much before the 4 hours, I'd go like, you know what? Stop, take a break, go get a snack, get some water, then come back to it, finish that last hour, and then just turn off your computer and just relax for a little while. And that's how I did it. And before I knew it, I was literally on my last assignment. Like I was done. Like I was literally complete with my assignments, and I was just it was over with. And I was like, oh my gosh, that felt a lot easier than I expected. So yeah, I say just don't give up. I know that it seems really hard right now, but it definitely works out in the end like it's supposed to.
I love that. I think in anything in life, you can hit that like overwhelming feeling where it's like, this is way too much. And like that initial, like, I can't do this, I'm shutting down, can be so hard to pull yourself out of. But if you do, like, imagine how far you can go. And you are such an amazing piece of proof of what that could look like for anybody watching. So if you're watching and you're in the middle of your journey, listen to Monet. She says, do not let the doubt get in the way, and take that through everything else you do in life, because that will always serve you well. And then, so you finished your high school diploma. Looking ahead, do you have what are your plans for the future? Do you have any big goals on the horizon? Anything else you want to try to do now?
As of right now, I am certified college student at ATC, Atlanta Technical College, and I'm going there to get my EMS certification so that I can work to be an EMT. Um, I really didn't have a career plan, but I looked into a few of my options, and I have family members in my life who have are in the healthcare um, field. So I was definitely like that EMT doesn't seem too taxing. and you always hear really exciting stories from like from them. So I was like, you know what? I think I can do it. So that's starting in August. So I'm really excited.
That is so exciting. So you get to do graduation and start your next journey like back to back.
Yes.
That's gonna feel so amazing. I'm thrilled for you. I'm excited. It's not even happening to me.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited too. It sounds like August is going to be such a great month for you, and I'm so happy for you. The moment you're like, oh, I'm a college student now, like it's definitely possible, and super excited. I honestly wish you all the best, Monet. Like, super excited to see you go out there and just crush all your goals. So,
Thank you.
Monet, thank you so much for being here and for sharing your story with us, both in your video submission and then live here with us for everybody watching. We are so excited to watch you walk the stage and to hear from you in person at graduation 2025. Your journey is going to inspire so many people, and we can't wait to celebrate you and every other graduate who's made this dream a reality. And if any of you watching today are graduates, congratulations to you as well. Congratulations to Monet, and we cannot wait to see everything that you guys do.
yeah, thank you so much, Monet. Again, it's been an awesome time with you here today. I'm super excited to see you walk the stage too. Super excited to hear you speak. I think it'll be a great speech, and I'm sure a lot of the graduates out there will be super excited to meet you as well. But yeah, thank you to everyone who tuned in today. If you know someone who might benefit from our Penn Foster Live or Monet's story, feel free to share this video and drop a comment below. Monet gave us a lot of helpful tips and shared more about her journey, and I'm sure a lot of you guys out there can relate. So definitely keep pushing. But if you have any questions about Penn Foster or if you're thinking about enrolling, make sure to visit your Learner Center or give us a call at 1-888-427-6500. We're always here to help. And if you want to catch up on a past episode of Penn Foster Live, you could check out our Facebook or our YouTube channel, which will drop the links below. Again, if you're a Penn Foster alum or soon to be grad, make sure to join our alumni Facebook group. We'll drop that in the chat as well. We're basically dropping you guys a lot of helpful links today. But for those of you attending graduation in Atlanta, we'll see you very soon. We hope you guys bring awesome vibes, awesome energy. Again, a reminder, if you see Jess, I, or Monet on site, feel free to say hi. If you want to be on our TikTok account, make sure to grab me. I'll be recording a lot of videos. Jess is going to be doing awesome interviews on site as well. And stop by to say hi to Monet and wish her luck when she walks the stage and gives her speech. But yeah, we're going to drop you guys some helpful links in the chat below. But thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you guys at graduation in August. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.